In this video, I'm going to show you an easy to look at visual representation of how much to save for retirement and what sort of income it might be able to provide. We'll look at 3 different retirement income numbers and then share a few different scenarios. But first, welcome back, or if I haven't met you yet, I'm Dave Zoller and I own a wealth management firm, Streamline Financial, with Tim and Luke and Sean, and we help people plan for and live their ideal retirement. Now let's get into this big question of how much to save for retirement. And when you see this, you might have one of 2 reactions. You might think, if you see it, you might think, oh, good, seems like I'm on track and everything's all fine. Or you might be like person number 2 and you might be thinking, oh, I'm way behind. What am I going to do now? Or something of that nature. It's either positive or negative. If you're the second reaction, don't let this impact your day. These are just assumptions and it's not your specific financial plan. If you feel any sort of anxiety when watching this, then I want you to do one thing that'll give you a sense of progress in your financial life. A great way to fight anxiety is just seeing small steps towards a goal. So think about one thing that you might be able to do to make progress today when it comes to your finances. Maybe it's just listing out your accounts and amounts and see if you can save a small amount more into one of the accounts or something like that. Last thing, then I'll bring up this infographic. Just remember, this video is not specific advice for you. Talk to a financial professional before doing anything related to changing finances or updating your plan. Now, let's look at this visual representation by the website, The Visual Capitalist. I'll give you a link to this if you want to look at the whole thing, but I'll highlight a few of the most important things in this video. So it starts by looking at a few different things and really the big question of how much should we save? And of course, although this is just the most frequently asked questions, it's never a straightforward answer. And it really is about the income. So we're going to look at that and some specific numbers coming up. But a few factors to be thinking about, I know you probably already are, is lifestyle. You know, how do you plan to spend later years in life? Downsizing, a lot of clients end up doing this and because they might be living in the same house that they have for the last 30 years and they don't need that space anymore. And then this was a helpful number to think about. You've got a better number for yourself, but just the average American, age 65 plus, spends roughly $11K on medical expenses each year. And then inflation, the average inflation a lot of people will use is 3%, but what if it was higher for an extended period of time? What would that look like? So now let's hop on down to the actual numbers. So here are a few underlying assumptions in this infographic. The big one is current annual income. Right here, this is assuming that you're going to be using 70% of your current annual income in this assumption. And then they're also assuming a 7% estimated annual return of the investments that you have. So just keep that in mind as you're looking at these numbers. Yours can look much different than this, but this is what these assumptions are. So first scenario is if annual salary of $50,000 per year, then 70% of that is estimating $35K need per year. And with these assumptions up here, that would be saying that you'd need about $778K saved in order to get that sort of income per year. This side over here is for someone a little bit further out. It's looking at if you're 20 years out from retirement, 25 or 30 years out from retirement, how much should you be saving if you're starting at 0 each year to get to that target? But this might not apply to you because I'm guessing you're most likely in your 50s and 60s right now, but maybe not. So this is example number 1. Now let's look at somebody who's making about 75K per year. Well, 70% of that number is about 50 to 53K per year. And again, using that assumption, that 7% number, the savings target is about 1.17 if I'm rounding up. You can see the number here. And by the way, if you're watching this and you're not any of these numbers here, but you're somewhere close, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a tool to help you really map out even more accurate numbers and give you a couple closer looks at what it could look like for you. Now this final number here is if you're making about 100K per year and then using 70%, a little bit more than, income would be about 77K per year. If you're getting 7% per year on return on your money, then you'd need about 1.7. Now, something important here, if you're looking at this and you've got a number and your expenses are close to this, please just don't say, oh, I'm going to be fine. This is my retirement plan now, and it looks like I'm going to be just fine. It's important to explore multiple scenarios that could happen in your life, meaning that maybe this is just plan A, where a lot of these assumptions are met up here, really the types of investment return and what income you need. But we both know that life changes rapidly, and having a plan B is crucial. Planning for the worst case scenario, or maybe just the unexpected, isn't fun, but It'll give you more confidence if you do it. And really, if you can map out different scenarios, it does end up giving you more peace of mind too, as you're looking forward. I actually did a video looking at this scenario close to this one down here. And with just a few small changes, unexpected changes that could happen in someone's life, it really messed up the trajectory of their retirement plan. So I'm going to share that tool with you, but really remember, the goal of this video is to give you some info that's helpful, look at a few cases and amounts, and really just encourage you to talk to a financial professional who can help you map out these various scenarios that could be your retirement plan, or just map out these multiple scenarios yourself. And the tool I referenced is the DIY retirement plan. It's a course below that really only has a few trainings in it right now, but we plan on adding more to it soon. So if you're interested, take a look at the link and see if it could be helpful to you. And then also look at the link for this infographic that I'll include below to see more and read more about it. So I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please like and subscribe, and then I'll see you in the next one. Take care.